Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of Penitentiary Kingpin. Roxanne met Special Agent Ferguson in a remote place, y'all. She went to the house. When she got in there, it was 3 women, Ferguson and 2 other women. Hello, Roxanne. My name is Special Agent House. This is Special Agent Smith. We're going to get you wired up for tonight. How you doing today? I'm okay, Roxanne said. Just a little nervous. It'll be okay. I've been involved in hundreds of these. Just act normal and everything will be fine. Act normal? This is not normal for me. I don't want to ever do this again. This is not normal for me. Ferguson and House, they looked at each other because they knew that this wasn't going to be her last time. If they had their way, this was going to be the first of many operations with Roxanne. They intended to make her an informant permanently for the FBI. Would you please remove your shirt so we can put this wire on you? Said Officer Smith. When Roxanne removed her blouse, she was so nervous she started shaking. Special Agent Smith put her hands on Roxanne's shoulder to calm her down and said, "It's going to be okay. You're going to be just fine." Roxanne said, "I hope so. What if he gets suspicious? What if he thinks I got on a wire? What if he sees me?" She's asking all of these questions because she's very nervous. This is something new to her, and she's very, very afraid. If anything goes wrong, we'll be right there. We're listening in on everything. How far away will you be? Not far at all. We'll get there within seconds. Roxanne took a deep breath and said, "Okay, I'm ready." So she raised up her arms and they put the wire right down in the middle of her breast, right beneath it, and put the tape around it so that they could secure it in. Did a sound check. She put her blouse back on. They did another sound check. She was ready. Roxanne called Arthur to set up a meeting. She told him that she wanted to talk to him about getting more work. He was eager to meet Roxanne. Ever since he had seen her, put Rome in check on the phone, he had been thinking about her. She's the type of woman that he needed on his team, he thought. He just had to play it the right way. When she pulled up to the car, she saw that someone else was in the car with him. "I need to talk to you in private," she said. "Okay. Hold up a second," he said. Arthur finished his business and motioned for Roxanne to get in the car. Arthur turned toward her so he could get a good look at her, making Roxanne a little nervous. "How you been doing? I've been thinking about you ever since you had that conversation with Rome. I really like how you handled yourself. You're a real hard hitter," he said. "So what's up? What are you trying to do?" "I'm trying to step my game up a little bit and get a little bit more of that penitentiary money." "So what you need?" he asked. "I need about 5 zips a week to be able to pay everybody and make some money for myself." Arthur sat and he listened to everything she had to say. He just had to figure out how to get in on what she had going on, so he would be in position to take it from her when he didn't need her anymore. "Okay, I can get that for you. But do you think you can get that much off every week? You must have a real team built around you." For a minute, Roxanne forgot that she was on a wire because she didn't want to say too much, because she would reveal too much about her operation. None of that mattered now, she thought. So she told him. She told him what he needed to hear, except the names of her people. She would dangle that carrot later when she needed to, because she knew that he was greedy and would want it all to himself. Yeah, she got nerves of steel. She looks good too, but she don't know the game. She just told me how she takes care of her business. No real street person would have told me anything about how he gets down. But he still wanted her. She can be taught, he said. I can groom her in my image. Okay then, I got you. Because you will be getting 5 a week, I'll charge you 6 a piece. Can you handle that? That's cool. I'll be back to get that Friday. No problem. Hit me up on this number. This is my private number. You still with that dude in prison? Yeah, we still together. When's he getting out? Not too much longer, we hope. Yeah, it won't be too much longer. That's what's up. Hold him down. He got to be a real dude to have a woman like you. He is a real dude, and I love him. Check this out, though. I know you get lonely sometimes because he ain't there. Roxanne interrupted him. You can stop right there. I'm not looking for no hookup with you or anybody else. I'm waiting for him. If I get horny, I'll take care of it myself. Arthur looked at her and laughed. Okay. I'll see you Friday. Back in the van, Agent Ferguson, House, and Smith were enjoying the show. Under different circumstances, they could have been friends with Roxanne. They really admired her, but this was business, and they needed her to cozy up to Arthur. By cutting him off like that, they believed that she missed an opportunity to get him to lower his guard. On her way back to the meeting place, she was pissed at how she had found herself in this situation. On top of that, she was right back to square one, being another broke-ass female in the hood looking for a way out. She knew that she needed to find a way, even under these circumstances, to manage to come out of this with some money. To do that, she knew that she would have to have help from Leah, but she had to figure out what she was going to tell Leah. I'll do that later. Right now, she thought, I have to deal with these damn feds. When she arrived at the meeting spot, she put on her game face. When she walked in, they were all sitting and waiting for her. Immediately, Ferguson started yelling at her, telling her how she blew a chance to get more info by flirting with Arthur. What's your problem? Why did you cut him off like that? When he was flirting with you, you had him. That was your chance. Men are weak like that. You just let them talk. Don't cut them off. They'll tell you what you want to know. I'm not a hoe. I'm not just going to lay down with him because you want me to get him to fuck, to get information. No, I'm not doing that. No. You better remember what's going on and who's in charge. As for you being a hoe, you'll be whatever I want you to be. Or you, your mama, your friend Leah, all of y'all will be going to prison, so don't forget that. House and Smith jumped in. Hold up. We're all on the same side here. We all want to take down Arthur. Nobody's a hoe. If you don't want to fuck him, then don't. We're just trying to take him down. All Ferguson is saying is that these street dudes are weak for pussy. They believe that they can control a woman by fucking them. You and I both know that's bullshit. Roxanne sit there. In her mind, she knew that they had just pulled the good cop, bad cop routine, but she wasn't falling for it. But she had to play her role with them too, until she figured out how to make sure that she walked away from this with her freedom and some money. She needed them to believe that she was slow. She needed them to believe that she trusted them. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I just can't lay down with anybody. I'm not the type of person, she said in a somber voice. Ferguson sit down beside Roxanne. Look, I apologize for talking to you like that. I just want you to take him down so bad. This guy has been selling drugs in prison for years. I just want to stop him before someone else dies from an overdose. Roxanne didn't give a shit about none of that. She's been selling drugs in prison too, but she couldn't tell her that. She had to play her role. She knew what was going on. I understand what you're saying, but just give me some time. I got to build up to that. After that, they removed the wire from Roxanne, and she headed home. On the way, she thought about what she would say to Leah, how she would convince Leah to help her. That night, she lay in bed thinking about St. John and what she would say to him about everything that's going on. She didn't know if he would understand or not, and it frightened her. When she put a plan together to take over the prison dope game, she wanted what was best for everybody involved. She still does. There has to be a way to get out of this mess without being broke. They kept track of everything, so she had to figure out how to make money without them knowing it. I got it, she thought. I'll find out where Arthur keeps his money and then I'll take it. Roxanne knew then that she couldn't do it alone. She would need Leah's help, especially with the feds watching everything. This was going to take some finessing. She was going to have to finesse Leah, and she was going to have to finesse the feds. Either way, she had to pull this off because she didn't want to be just any other female coming out of the hood broke. Freedom wasn't nothing if she didn't have anything to live her life that she wanted to live. She wanted money too. She wanted what was best for her and St. John. Leah and Ben too, but mainly her, St. John, and her mother Tiffany. This concludes this episode of Penitentiary Kingpin. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.